Hi guys, Mr. Rants here, and today we're going to be fitting a new steering wheel to my Vauxhall Insignia, so let's get into it. So the first thing we need to do is unlatch the bonnet. Then we want to disconnect the battery terminal. Now it's nice and loose, we want to pull the battery terminal off. And then we want to move it to the side so it doesn't arc across. So I've purchased a fresh new steering wheel because on my old one, and I'll show you that in a second, the leather at the top is just starting to rub away. So as I was mentioning, just along here, the leather is starting to rub away. So when I'm actually touching it, I'm getting black on my hands essentially. So what you're going to want to do is get the steering wheel in that neutral position with the key in. We'll take that out again at the end. So you're able to rotate it around because you've got two of these clips that you need to release. The hole that we access the pins through has now been moved a bit higher, so it's easier for me to get the airbag out. I'm using a flathead screwdriver to lever the pins. So what you need to do is get the screwdriver and put it in on this type of angle. So we're going to put it in like this and then lever it up like that. Here I'm just testing out how we can do it on the new wheel. After a bit of a wiggle, I've been able to release the first pin. We're now rotating the wheel around to access the second one. Once we release this clip, the airbag's popped out. Now we want to recenter the wheel. This will make the alignment easier later on. Next up, we need to remove the airbag connectors. You need to slide the orange pin up, as shown now, and then pull it out. Then repeat again for the blue side. Now the airbag's off, we can start with removing the wheel. So once you've done all that, you're going to have a torque bolt just here, which you can see. This is what's holding in the steering wheel. So we're going to slightly loosen the torque bolt here, maybe about 2/3 of the way. We're then going to pull the steering wheel hard so we can break that seal that it's got, because it'll be on very, very tight. And then after that point, we'll completely loosen it and pull it off. Of course, it's worth mentioning, you do want to try and align the steering wheel as straight as possible, so when you add the new one, you're not going to have it wonky when you're driving down the road. So at this point, it would be worth locking the steering wheel. There we go. So we have a T50 and a socket set. You need a big socket set for this because it's going to be one tough nut to crack. So I've given it a few twists, and as you can see, the torque screw is now starting to come out. So this is the point where what we want to do is put two hands either side of the steering wheel and give it a good pull backwards. And that's going to release it, pull it up to the edge of this. So when you come to take it off, it will actually slide it off and it won't be locked to the back. So two hands and there we go. So again, hopefully at this point the steering wheel is nice and loose, and then this nut's nice and loose so we can just take the last little bit out with our fingertips. There we go. So that's the bot holding in the wheel. So before we take off the wheel, we want to release this clip just here. Screwdriver in the bottom bit. We want to lift up that tab, and then we should be able to pull it right out. So once you've got that connector released, you can pull it out, and now we're ready to take the steering wheel off. And now it's time to add the new one. So you want to thread the two airbag connectors through this little back section where the other connector sits. Then we want to align that little divot with the divot in the shaft behind. Now we've done that, so we want this and this to come through each of the two holes and align perfectly. Now you've done that, you should have one section sticking through there, and then the connector section just behind. We're now ready to reconnect this one. You should hear a nice sharp click. And now it's time to re-add the retaining nut. So now we're going to do the reverse of what we did before. We're going to tighten it up, make sure it's nice and tight, and then reconnect the airbag. Once that's on and nice and secure, we can go ahead and reconnect the airbag. Just remember, we're going blue to blue and yellow to yellow. So you're going to want to push them in like this, and then finally click in each tab. Now we've done this, we're ready to press it in place. Now we've got this back on, it's time to reconnect the battery and check everything works. So, time to reconnect the battery. And then tighten up that retaining bolt. Now with the battery reconnected, we can test it all works. So we've got volume up, that's working. Changing songs.
And like apps.
Okay. And the rest is all working. So all that's left for me is to say thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please feel free to like and subscribe down below.